Anyways, we're going to go ahead and start. We're not going to necessarily go into any kind of order here, and I promise coming soon, we will keep count to this one. This segment, we're actually going to try something neat here in a couple weeks. We're trying to brainstorm and get it working here. Might be able to bring some people on, and there might be a guest picker, kind of like how College Game Day style does. So at the end of the season, maybe get some prize or something like that. We'll keep a tally, see how everything goes. So if you're interested in something along those lines, send us a message. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Having said that, we're going to go ahead and get to our picks because that's what friggin' matters right now. So we got the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to go ahead and start this one off. I think the Saints will get the win in this one. They were off last week. They didn't look right. They started out great, and then I think they're going to be a get-right game for them. Atlanta just seems like they take too long to get going. Do you see who you got?
No, same. I got New Orleans taking this one. I think that the loss to Philadelphia last week is going to kind of light a fire on them, and I think they're going to take it out on the Dirty Birds.
I like the Saints defense. I think they're really good, a really good defense. I really like them a lot. But I don't believe in Derek Carr. He had a great 2 first weeks, and I don't think he's going to continue to do that. And you saw that last week that he didn't really do much. And against an Atlanta defense like this, that they're really good also, I think they're going to lose this game. I think Falcons are going to take it. And I think the offensive side for the Falcons, I think they're really ramping it up. It's like a train getting ready to go and get going. They're starting off slow, but it looks like they're getting that chemistry together, and they're playing good football. They almost beat the Chiefs. So
yeah, I could buy that. I'm going to stick with New Orleans in this one. But yeah, so we got BC and myself are going New Orleans, and we got the lone wolf out there going with the Falcons. Yeah, there we go. All right, so next up we got the Bengals at the surprise, all of a sudden contenders of the Panthers. Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, comes over and takes it over, and they look like a completely different team. Man, I don't know what the hell's going on with the Bengals, but I think this is finally where they kind of get it right. Joe Burrow starts to look like he's starting to get a little bit healthier, so I'm going to go with the Bengals in this one. Maybe a little Andy Dalton revenge game. You never know, but I'm going to go with the Bengals here. BC.
Yeah, I think this is where the hopium runs out for Carolina, and I think that, Cincinnati.
Did you say the opium?
The hopium.
Oh.
This is where the hope.
Like, that's a lot different than I thought you were saying.
This is where all that hope runs out for Carolina. Cincinnati smacks them around, brings them back down to earth, and I got Cincinnati winning this one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Cincinnati too. I do believe that Burrow is getting healthier. I think that hand is still messing with him a bit, but that offense is picking up. I need the running backs to pick it up, though, man. I need Zach Moss to be doing more. And, yeah, he's doing pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I need him to do more. The rookie Chase Brown, I need him to do a little bit more. But that offensive line, man, it's been 5 years of the same crap. They need a new coach. They need some new players. They need Jesus. They need to go and pray every single Sunday before they go to the games. First. Whatever the hell happens, but that offensive line, man, that stays depleted, and they need to wake the hell up.
Yeah, well, it turns out they were on opium the whole time. That's why Carolina was losing. I was wrong. But anyways, all right. So we got the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Chicago Bears. This one is really a wild game. Oh man, the Rams are just hurt. I think I'm going to take the Bears to finally get that first win, man.
They have a
Huh?
They have a win.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sorry. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I need to lay off it.
You need some sleep. You need some sleep. You need some milk.
Yeah, something, man.
You need some hopium. That's what you need.
Yeah, man. I need some hopium, man. I had all kinds of technical difficulties, so I'm all flustered, man, before I started.
We're going to be sponsored by opium.
Good Lord, man. All right, BC, what you got, man?
I got Chicago in this one. I think Atlanta's been severely banged up, obviously, and I think the Bears take advantage of it.
I don't know, man. I can't see the Bears doing anything to this defense here. Yes, they are depleted, but I can't see the Bears winning this game. I still like Matthew Stafford and what he's doing. Kyron Williams is a freaking monster out there. I don't think anybody's stopping that guy. And we got to see how Caleb Williams is still going. He had a good week last week. Now we got to see if he could keep it consistent against these top-notch defenses like this.
Here we go. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're all going Bears.
Rams, baby. Rams.
Okay, all right. Rams and 2 Bears. Oh my! All right, so we got the Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. I am going to take the Vikings in this one. I think, and it all predicated on Jordan Love. But I just I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Minnesota, so I'm going to take Minnesota to take it to Green Bay and Lambeau. PC.
Oh no, I'm going to toss this one to George. I want to hear his pick.
We already picked.
I'm taking the Vikings. If Malik Willis plays, I got the Vikings for sure.
Yeah.
If Jordan Love plays, I think it's up in the air. I do like Vikings defense. I do like the way Sam Darnold's playing. Really proved me wrong. So even if Jordan Love plays, I'll take the slight edge with Minnesota. But if Malik Willis plays, Vikings are winning this game and they're staying undefeated.
Okay. I'm leaning Minnesota on this one as well. I was just kind of curious to see like where if Love plays, who George was having to pick.
Yeah, so we got all 3 Vikings on this one. Skull. All right, man. So we got the Jacksonville Jaguars heading to Houston, Texas to take on the Texans. Man, the Jags just look off this year, and I don't think this is the game they're going to get right, man. I'm going Houston in this one. I think Houston wins big.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I got the Texans for sure. And the way that C.J. Stroud played against the Texans last season, both times, man threw for over 300 yards, two TDs, no interceptions. I think it's going to be the same thing again. This Jags defense is pretty whack. The offense for the Jags, I don't know. That chemistry has gone kaput. I don't know where it's gone to.
It's really weird to see. I don't know what's going on with them, man. So yeah, I think we're all going Houston in this one, right? So I already started this one off earlier. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers are heading to Indianapolis, and sucks for me, but I'm taking Pittsburgh to stay undefeated and beat my Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have just been so inconsistent. 1 minute they look like they're ready to go to the next level, and the next they don't even look like they should be. They should look like they should be relegated sometimes. So I don't even know, man. It's hard to tell with Anthony Richardson. And 1 minute he looks great, and next he doesn't. So I'm going to stick with the tried and true here. Pittsburgh Steelers to win in a close game against Indy.
Yep, Pittsburgh winning a defensive battle. That's my pick.
Yeah, I like the Pittsburgh defense for sure. They're phenomenal right now. I just feel like playing in Indianapolis is tough. You never know what you're going to get about any team that plays there. And I think this is the type of game that you take the underdog in this one. So I'm gonna go with the Colts, man. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna do some work against this defense. I think the defense, again, like I said, phenomenal. I think they're just gonna have an off day. Some teams have that, and then the offense is not gonna really show much against Indianapolis' defense.
All right, so now we got the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. Man, I'm going to take the Jets in this one. The Jets are starting to seem like they're getting their stuff together a little bit. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, every game looks a little bit more healthier, kind of like Kirk Cousins. That was a pretty catastrophic injury. So I think that they're starting to come into their own a little bit. So I'm going to take the Jets in this.
Yep, I agree. I think Denver, obviously coming off the win against the Bucs, they're probably feeling really good about themselves, feeling themselves maybe a bit too much. And I think Aaron Rodgers kind of helps smack them back to reality a little bit.
Yeah, the way that Aaron Rodgers played last week, man, that guy was on a tear, bro. And the way that he was throwing the ball, that's beautiful, bro, beautiful. And then the Jets defense, man, they've been amazing the last 2 years, and I don't think that's going to stop or slow down. And I guess a rookie quarterback like this, I seen Bo Nix throwing for like 112 yards, and that's it.
Yeah, we were all pretty high on Bo Nix to start the season. It just seems like he's not necessarily ready yet either. He's just kind of getting to his own,
Yeah,
But
he's
he
going
played a
through
lot of college,
emotions.
but it's all right, so next up we got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. This one's going to be an interesting game here. I don't really know what to think because 1 minute Philly looks dominant, and then the next their defense is pretty porous at times. They're backing at least, But if you ask CJ Gardner-Johnson last week, he had a lot to say about that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Bucks in this one to win, get right game for them as well. They started out pretty great, fell off a little bit, but I think they're going to get back on track on this one, get a win.
Yeah, I agree as well. I think last week with Denver, that just kind of, that was a wake-up call for them to, get their act together and not just assume that they're going to go in there and win every team. They fell for the trap game, and I think now this is the revenge game where they come back out and they win the rubber match against Philadelphia. And just looking at some of the injury reports for both squads, I think that for Philly, obviously not having Devonta Smith and then A.J. Brown and Lane Johnson being questionable, I think those are going to be two really big important factors in this game. So I think that with basically based off who's injured and who's not, I would say the Bucks have the slight edge. So I'm going to give the nod to them.
Yeah, the Bucks right now they're gonna have the slight edge for sure. Devontae Smith out, like you said. AJ Brown's gonna be out too. I don't think they'll bring him back for this game because they know it's gonna be a dogfight and they don't want to risk it. Lane Johnson, he's not gonna play at all. And I think the Bucks are just gonna stack the box, and Saquon Barkley's gonna have a tough game, and Philly's not gonna be able to score much. I got the Bucks at home.
Yeah,
I mean, they still do have Jahan Dotson. They just signed him. He yet to have like a big game yet, so maybe this is his breakout. And Dallas Goedert's been playing pretty well, but yeah, I'm sticking with the Bucks as well.
Well, and to kind of comment on that too, like shout out to Zion McCollum as well for the Bucks. Like he's their CB1 right now, has been balling out, so it'll be interesting to see if he can continue the momentum he's got, or if maybe Jahan Dotson finds a way to give him some trouble on Sunday.
Yeah. So we got actually surprisingly, never thought you'd say this one in a long time, but the highest over-under of any of the games on the weekend is the Washington Commanders at the Arizona Cardinals. Man, I'm actually extremely excited for this game. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I was originally going to go Arizona, but I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing from Jaden Daniels. I think both quarterbacks are going to have an amazing game and a lot of fun to watch. I'm going to take the Commanders in this one.
Yep, I would agree. I think that Daniels, I think just the way he's playing, he's got the hot hand. I feel like that's going to lead them to the victory. I do like, obviously, like I like Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr. I like, all the different picks that they have as well, like tight end. But I think that Washington, the way they're playing, I think they're going to have enough to get the job done in a shootout.
Yeah, this game is so weird for me. I don't really know who to go with, but if I gotta pick someone, I'm gonna pick the homer. I'm gonna take the Cardinals. Both teams are just going to be scoring at will. I think the over hits in this game for sure. Both secondaries are freaking trash as hell. Both defenses are just trash as hell. So I think the over hits, and I'm going to just take the Cardinals just because they're at home.
I'm liking this, actually. We actually have to kind of keep track of this, actually, because there's been a lot of G-Mike going against the grain here on this one. I think he's trying to separate himself from us on this one. All right, then we got the New England Patriots traveling to San Francisco. I don't really think this
I think we all got the same pick.
Yeah, I don't think this one's going to take time. 49ers are just going to lay a smackdown on this one, I think. That's not going to be too much. The next game we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Los Angeles Chargers.
Another one that we all got the same.
Having said that, though, if the Chargers were healthy, it might have been a lot more game to consider, but I think the Chiefs still get it done.
Derwin James is not playing. He's suspended.
Yeah, exactly. And Justin Herbert, the high ankle sprain, I think he's out as well. I think the Chiefs should get the win in here. But if they were healthy, I think that might have been a little bit better of a game to watch. But we're going to move past that one. So we also got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Raiders. And if you didn't see the report earlier, Max Crosby, Devontae Adams, and I forgot who else it was on the team.
George Perez, Brandon.
Yeah, pretty much the mascot. Everybody is hurt and not playing.
Brennan. Everybody's injured in that team, bro.
Yeah,
but the Browns piss me off though because they're so trash.
And this game, and it's not like the Browns are playing so amazing either. So like this game is like one of those games that you have to put on TV just because it's already allotted. So I'm taking the Browns. I think everybody else is taking the Browns as well in this one, I'm guessing.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns.
That's what I kind of do. All right, so now this is going to be a good one here, man. We got the Buffalo Bills, the undefeated Buffalo Bills, who are looking pretty damn good against the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills, man. They've been really impressing me a lot, actually. And my MVP pick, Josh Allen, is looking really good. The running game is on point. The defense have been playing a hell of a lot better than people thought it was going to be. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills in this one, man. Stay moving up 4-0.
I'm going to go against the grain on this one. I'm going to pick Baltimore in the upset. I think that, I know like they've definitely been underperforming so far this year, but I think that this is the game maybe against a really top-notch defense, against top-notch quarterback. I think that this is where they start to kind of piece everything together.
Yeah, man. Before the start of the season, I had my very big doubts against the Buffalo Bills, and throughout these few weeks, man, it's just they've been just shitting on everything I said, and I can't go against them. I can't go against them now after they've been playing like this. And the way that Baltimore's been playing, they're still, like I said, like it's like a train. They're still getting rammed up and trying to get going. I don't think They're gonna take it out on the Bills this week. I think they're gonna have to take this L, and then after this week, they're gonna start ramping it up and start winning a lot of games. But I got the Bills on the road.
Yeah, the Bills are looking very impressive. I was saying when we were doing the picks, though, originally, I was thinking the Bills are going to look a little bit surprised a little bit of people, but I didn't expect them to be this good.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to the doubleheader Monday night game. Do you guys like this, by the way, this doubleheader thing on Monday? It's weird. I don't know if I like it or not, or maybe start it way earlier so you can watch both games or something. I don't know. I don't like them playing at the same time. It's kind of weird. Anyways, get off my lawn. I guess I'm just an old man. Anyways, so we got the Tennessee Titans playing the Miami Dolphins, and man, this has got to have some bad quarterback play going on. I'm going to go with the Dolphins, I guess, to get this one, get the win. I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's like you hit the nail on the head. It's going to be off quarterback play, so it'll be. I'm going to say probably just a couple touchdowns at most either side. So yeah, but I think the Dolphins just have better weapons outside of quarterbacks. So I think that's going to be just enough to put them over the top.
I disagree, man. I think Tyler Huntley is going to go out there and he's going to show why the Dolphins should have picked him up, and he's going to show why he was a Pro Bowler. Obviously, because Lamar Jackson got injured, but he was still out there doing work for the Baltimore Ravens that year. And I think he's going to go out there and he's going to be throwing a couple slants, a couple of bombs, a couple in and outs. And obviously, he got top-notch receivers, top-notch running back. And they're going to flip the script on this Titans defense, and they'll probably score at least 3 times.
Man, the president of the Tyler Huntley fan club down there. Holy shit, man. I didn't know you're that big of a fan. Wow.
Hey, he's good, man. He's good.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't flex this game out. I don't know if it was like too short a notice or something like that, but this doesn't qualify to me as a Monday night primetime game. They should have figured out another way to flex this out or something along those lines. But yeah, so we got
I would have put that Green Bay, Minnesota one.
Something they could have easily switched something out for the 1 o'clock games in here. Green Bay, Minnesota have been great, but yeah. So we got 2. BC, you said Dolphins as well.
Yep.
All right, 2 Dolphins, 1 Titan. All right. So in the last game of the night, and this game.
No. I'm going Dolphins. You're going Titans?
No, I'm going Dolphins too. I thought you said you were going. Oh,
Sweet.
that's right. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. I think Tyler Huntley is going to have a big game. He's going to go for over 250.
All right, so all three.
And he's going to rush like at least 50 yards.
Gotcha. All right. That was my fault. All right. So now we are on to the final game of the night, and that is going to be an awesome game. It is the Seattle Seahawks, undefeated Seattle Seahawks, taking on the Detroit Lions. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the undefeated team as well. I think Seattle is looking pretty good. That new system they got running is looking good. Geno Smith is playing great. I'm going to pick the Seahawks to get the upset, if you will, in Detroit, because Detroit has been playing not as much the expectations a lot of people had for. So I'm going to go Seattle in this one. BC, what you got, man?
I'm going to go Detroit in this one. Much like my reasoning for Baltimore, I think that this is the game that they start to figure out. I think obviously they have a better shot at getting the dub against Seattle than Baltimore against Buffalo. But I think, again, it's just a similar situation. You're at home. You're in front of your fans. You're facing an undefeated team, but this is where you get that big pivotal win at the beginning of the season. That's where you start building the momentum on. That's where I think Detroit, they start rattling off wins is Monday night.
Yeah, very well said. I don't even think I got to add anything else. I got Detroit at home for sure.
So I'm the lone one on this one. All right, I like it. Sometimes you have to walk alone, man.